Okay, I am sitting on the floor and I'm surrounded by giant bags of all my crochet items because I'm going to be putting price tags on everything I've crocheted for craft fairs. I thought it would be a good idea to film it so that I could have kind of this archive of things that I've crocheted up to this point. And also in case anybody else crochets or is a new crocheter, in the description I'm going to be linking all the video tutorials of things that I've made, the video tutorials that I followed if I can find them, because some of these things I've known how to crochet for years, so I might not remember what the video tutorial was. But if I can, then I will link it in the description. So I'm going to start over here because there's some things that weren't even in bags yet because I just made them. This is a sweater vest that has a collar, so I will put a link to the sweater vest video tutorial, but I added the collar myself, which was easy to do. You just do the whole sweater vest and then do, like, I think it was 3 rows. So I have these price tags that I got from Amazon. They were only $2, and I have little safety pins, so that's what I'm gonna be using to put price tags on. So this is a medium, and I'm gonna be selling this for about $25, which could be considered low, but since it was like my first time making this was kind of like an experiment sample kind of thing. Next is this cardigan. I have a lot of cardigans, so I will definitely be linking the tutorial for that. These colors are so pretty, and I haven't been able to photograph this as pretty as it looks in person. Hopefully the camera's getting it. So I'm gonna be selling pretty much all cardigans for $40. So I'm gonna write the size and the price on here. The only thing that I would raise the price for is if it has extra things. Like, I know I have a cardigan somewhere that has teddy bear pockets, so like that would be something that's kind of extra, took extra effort, so it's gonna be probably like $42, like not a huge deal. And then that cardigan has a matching hat because I had leftover yarn. So I would try to find my bucket hat tutorial, but I've known how to make bucket hats for like 3 or 4 years, so I don't know if I remember where I learned. And I also like heavily modified the tutorial anyway, so it's not gonna be like this. Like, I remember the tutorial was I guess they were using really thin yarn, so I was using bigger yarn, and like my first try ended up being a really large hat. And so I changed it, modified it, and I continued to modify it. So, you know, like, I'll link it if I can find it, but it's also like not exactly the same. You have to like modify it depending on what size yarn and what size hook you're using. So I'm gonna be selling bucket hats. Last year I sold them for $10 for bucket hats and $12 for beanies. I think I'm gonna do the same thing, even though that's kind of low because not a lot of people really buy bucket hats, my bucket hats, at craft fairs. Yeah, and then it's the same thing with the cardigans. It's gonna be cost extra if it has extra things, which I have good examples of that with bucket hats and beanies that I'll get to, like really creative designs that I've done. Those are definitely gonna be a little bit extra. Here is another cardigan. This is an extra large, so let me back up. This was made from Michael's yarn, and it's pretty. It's brown, white, and black. But this yarn really hurt my fingers, so I got through it and then I didn't use the rest of it. Okay, now I'm going into one of the bags over here. I use, like the camera, I use these, I don't know what these are called, like storage bags. That works really well for me lately. We used to put them in bins and it would end up having a plasticky smell, so we've been trying these. By we, I mean me and my mom. Okay, so we have more sweater vests. Here is a watermelon sweater vest. This is going to be a little more than normal sweater vests. I have this thing on my Etsy where I put like sample sale sweater vests that I make in certain sizes for craft fairs, and so they're a lower price. But then things like this that you can order whatever size you want, they're kind of a higher price. So that I'm going to do the same thing for the craft fair so that it's kind of fair and makes sense. Okay, so I just made the price tag for this. So I'm selling this for this watermelon one for $35. On my Etsy I'd sell it for $36, but I think at craft fairs people don't really like when the numbers are uneven. Sorry, there's a fly in my room. So just put it at 35. That's fine. Next thing I pulled out is a sweater vest in the colors of the bisexual flag. So I have a Pride collection on my Etsy shop, and I typically don't bring Pride collection things to craft fairs because that's just not the target audience for it. But I am going to be for the next like 3 craft fairs that I do, because I have a couple of like Pride events and one that's hosted by the P flag in our county. So it actually like makes sense to bring these things, but typically I wouldn't, or I would, but I would like, I mean, I'm gonna write it on the tag actually. I'm gonna write like bisexual flag sweater vest so that people know that they're buying it instead of just thinking it's pretty colors, which is fine too, but like I don't want people to be accidentally walking around with flags that they don't know they're flags. Okay, the next item is going to be probably my most expensive item, I think. This was a sweater that I made, and it was pretty hard to make, kind of. And I'll link the tutorial, but the tutorial was pretty easy to follow, but it was kind of a situation where it's like you can't really take a break. You kind of want to be following the tutorial the whole time so you don't get confused. So it would be like if I wanted to work on the front panel, I would be working on it all day. Like it's not something that you like do over a period of months. I mean, at least not me. So it's kind of hard in that way. And I also accidentally made it really big because of the hook size I was using. Like I was following the tutorial, but I was using bigger yarn and bigger hook size, I think. So that's, I mean, sizes don't affect my prices, but the hard work affects it. So that's why I'm gonna be selling this. I think I have it on my Etsy for $60, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And a lot of times at craft fairs, people don't want to spend that much money on one thing, or they're like not expecting to spend that much money. But I just, like with the sweater, it was so hard for me, and I just like probably wouldn't go lower than that. Next thing is a pillow, which I always forget that I have this. I can't remember what I used to sell this for. I don't think I'm gonna sell it for a lot, because I remember that the yarn was kind of free from my mom, because she accidentally ordered it in a Joann's order and they gave it to me. And the pillow was also free because someone was giving away pillows, and my sister picked them up for me. So this cost me nothing to make. How much do people normally sell pillows for? I put $20 because that's how much I, as a customer, would probably spend. Okay, now I have a bunch of cardigans, and they're all gonna be $40, so I'm just gonna rapid fire show them. This one I have in a size small. I think this is a small, but I also made it in an extra large recently, because last year at craft fairs I always had people asking me about this and asking if it was in a bigger size. They really like this olive green color, so I made it in a bigger size. I only made one in a bigger size, but obviously if more people ask, then I'll make more. This was a cardigan that I made for myself actually, but it ended up being too big for me. But this is an example of one that I would charge extra for, because it has like an extra kind of detail. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, smiley face pocket. Is there another pocket? Can't remember because I made this a while ago. Oh, heart pocket. So I would sell this for like $42, or like depending on how much detail, like it might go up to $45 if it like took a lot of effort. I cleared out that bag. Now let's see if I can get everything back in it, plus the extra stuff that I didn't originally have in it. I got everything in except the pillow. But there's actually like room for more stuff in here, just I don't think for the pillow. But after I repackage all the other bags, I have 2 more bags. Then I will see where the pillow will go. Next bag. Sweater vest, another thing that I originally made for myself and then never ended up wearing it. And as you can see, it's the same yellow color because I really like yellow, but I made this specifically for a Van Gogh exhibit and it ended up getting canceled. And then so I never wore it because I thought these would be cute colors for Van Gogh, like yellow and teal, but it got canceled and I didn't think I would wear this in like a different situation. And I have never worn it before, so I think I'm just gonna sell it. Then we have more of the Pride collection, a lesbian flag sweater vest and a transgender flag sweater vest. I also make these in cardigans, but I don't have any right now because the cardigans are big sellers on my Etsy, so I kind of like never have spare ones. Okay, let's put the price tag on those. Oh, these are all gonna be, no. These are $35 because they're $35 on my Etsy shop. But this is like a sample sale item, so it's gonna be $25. I just did the price tag for this one, but then I remembered I kind of want to keep it. I want it to be mine. This is the lesbian flag one. I had a good idea that if I wore this to some kind of Pride event, like if I wore it myself, and then if people were like, I like that, where'd you get it from? I can give them my card. Be like, get it from here. I feel like that would be smart. I feel like I'll still put the price tag on it though, especially because I already wrote it. And if someone takes it, I'll just make myself another one maybe. And another sample sweater vest, so it's gonna be $25. And then here is a one-of-a-kind item. One-of-a-kind meaning it's the only time I've ever used this pattern before. Checker sweater. I'm gonna link the tutorial, of course. I really like the tutorial for this because the person who made it is like very casual, like kind of like, oh, you know, if you mess it up, it's gonna be okay, it's not gonna be noticeable. Like a very casual tutorial. The only thing I didn't like about it was it didn't show you how to do like any kind of neck border, so I actually just left the neck blank, which looks fine. And then at the bottom, this could have been an extra large sweater, but the bottom ribbing made it kind of tight around the bottom, so it ends up being like kind of a size large instead. I might take the ribbing out. I'm not going to do it now in time for my next craft fair, but like I might at some point and make it an extra large sweater. I don't know how much to sell this for because it was it wasn't hard, but it was annoying to make and I didn't like it. I didn't like doing it, and I don't know if I'll make another checker sweater, but I'll probably sell it for $40, same as cardigans. I have these heart earmuffs, and I'm actually gonna put them in my, well, I had a $1 bin. I'm actually gonna change the $1 bill this year to be like a pay what you can bin, which can be as little as $1, but like, yeah, because these don't fit heads. It doesn't reach my ears, and I tested it on my niece who's 5, and it doesn't reach her ears either, so it's not even like, it can't be for young kids either, so I don't even know if this would fit anyone. They're cute, but like if they don't work, then so that's why I'm just gonna put them in the bin, and if they end up fitting someone, then that's good. That's nice. They could take it, they could take it free if they want, because I messed it up. Well, I don't know how I messed it up. I don't know, and I didn't try again. This is the only one I have, but that's okay. And then there's a cardigan, $40. As always, I actually made this as a custom order for my friend, and she didn't really like it. They just wanted something else, so I made them something else, and it looked better for them, I guess. So now I have this for craft fairs. This sweater is made from puzzle yarn, Puzzle Premier is really great yarn, and it's self-striping, so it's like, when you see it, a really cute sweater. Like, the colors are really cute, and it's easy. Like, you don't have to do anything yourself. It just, the yarn does the stripes. And this was a really easy pattern, and it didn't take a lot of yarn. It didn't take as much yarn as like a cardigan would. So I actually, since this was so easy and so little yarn, I actually think I'm gonna sell this for less than a cardigan, so maybe like $35 for this. Now we have a bunch of green left. That was the olive cardigan that I was talking about. And then, so this was Pound of Love yarn, and if you get a couple of those when they're on sale, it will make so many things. This is like one of my favorite beanies. Beanie, gonna sell these. This one's floppy, but it's really soft. I'm gonna sell these for $12. This is another sweater that I've made in the same pattern from the blue stripe one. Last bag. So here's some examples of hats that would cost extra because they have extra details on them. So I had to make all these little pink clouds and sew them on. And there's a beanie version of that one. So a bucket hat would normally be $10, so this is gonna be $13. And then beanies are normally $12, so this is gonna be $15. I really like these colors together. This is just a regular beanie, it's gonna be $12. And I also have another example of a cardigan that will be extra. This was the teddy bear pocket that I was talking about. So this is the cardigan. It's teddy bear colors, so that's why I was like, I need to add little teddy bear pockets. Cute. So it actually is a pocket, but I mean, I wouldn't trust it to hold many things, maybe like change or something. And there's one on both sides, so that's why this cardigan is going to be like a little bit more than $40. I mean, not that much because it's just like a small detail. Probably like $43. I also don't even know if I'm gonna put out beanies until fall. I didn't really think about that. I think I'll put out bucket hats because people still wear bucket hats in the summer, but I might, depending on how much room's on the table. It'll be like last priority. I also have scarves in here, which obviously I'm definitely not gonna put those out until the fall, but I will still put, oh, a purse. I will still put price tags on them right now. I forgot about this. This is also kind of fall-y. It has pumpkins on it, but I'll probably put it out now. Okay, put that away. Scarves, I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna save the scarves for later in the purse. Here's another bucket hat that would be a little extra because that's extra details, the moon and stars. And then just like regular bucket hats. This might go in the $1 bin because it might have been scrap yarn. That's usually what goes in my, well, it's not $1 bin anymore. It's gonna be pay what you can, but that's usually what goes inside. Is like, is this big enough? It would probably be for kids. I don't remember making a lot of these, so. That's cute though. It's really cute when kids get bucket hats, and they usually get it for my $1 bin. That's kind of why I have it, because there's like a lot of situations where parents bring their kids to the craft fairs and the kids are like really bored and the parents aren't letting them buy anything, and it makes me feel bad. So if a kid is given like a little budget or something, then they can get something from the $1 bin. Here's that bucket hat, and I once had a cardigan like this. Like, it was the same exact colors. It was this color, and then it had like what looks like snowballs to me, so it's like a wintry cardigan. So that would be another example of a cardigan that would cost more. And that like took a long time because I had to make a bunch of these and sew them on like individually, and that just takes a long time. So I think I sold that for probably at least $45. Oh, this is big on me. I have a small head, so. Here's a little Christmas tree wall hanging, so I'm not gonna put that out, of course, in the summer. But it's cute, and I'll still put a price tag on it. Probably just $10 for this. Speaking of seasonal things, I also have to find actually my $1 bin, because for packaging reasons I will put all of my stuffed animals inside of that, and then when I get to the craft fair, like, I'll put them out on the table. And I have a bunch of like stuffed animals. Mostly I have pumpkins and pumpkin pies, which I'm not gonna put out yet, but I do want to put price tags on them because people will ask me like, how much is this, and it depends on the size because I make them in all different sizes, but like I don't really know off the top of my head. So when people ask me, I just like guess, like whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I definitely want to put price tags on those, but I don't know where those are right now. I'll have to find them. Here's another cardigan, just a regular. It's gonna be $40. This is actually a blanket, just like a throw blanket. It's not like big enough to be like a comfy blanket that you can sit with. I don't really make blankets for crafters anymore because people get mad about the prices. Like, it takes so much yarn to make a blanket, and so you have to sell them for at least $70, but no one wants to buy it for that much. So, but this was yarn that I had gotten for free because someone didn't want it. And it's really pretty. It's super pretty in person because it kind of like the colors make it look like an iridescent kind of. And it's a star shaped blanket. I'm not gonna sell it for that much though because it was free and I don't even really remember making it. Probably like $30 or $35. It's not that big. I used to make these bow headbands a lot, and this one's in velvet. It's really nice. I don't really make them a lot anymore, but people do really like them. I don't know if I'll put them out now for summer, but I only sell these for like $5. And I'll just like, it doesn't take a lot of yarn, so I'll just like use leftover yarn for it. I like this one. This one's small though. I feel like I made it for a baby. I guess I also made this bandana out of scrap yarn because I've been like trying to learn how to make bandanas. How do you put them on? I don't know if it's good or not. I'm gonna put it in the $1 bin because I think I was just practicing how to make it. Now I have a $1 bin pile. These are gonna be $5. I'm gonna quickly just show some beanies. They're all gonna be $12. Here's another bucket hat that would typically cost a little extra. Let me show it around. Okay, here it is. This was when I was practicing. I don't even remember what this was called. But I was just practicing doing letters. So it says "I smell snow," which is a quote from Gilmore Girls. So this would be like a little bit extra because of the extra effort. So we have a lot of hat and scarves left. Here's another little kind of extra bucket hat with a snowflake. Okay, bucket hat tour, candy corn bucket hat, and actually one in a bigger size. Cute little mint green bucket hat. I call this ocean blue on my Etsy shop. This one's like floppy, but it looks cute when it's on. And beanies. This has kind of a heart, but it's like crooked, so I'm not gonna make that cost extra because it like. Oh, another one of these colors. I just have like a ton of beanies. This is a cute sunset-y bucket hat. Sometimes the bucket hats look really small, but they actually like fit, like this one. A nice fall bucket hat, I think. The colors are cute. Oh, another sunset-y bucket hat. This one's really cute. Sunset-y, fall-y. Another one of these beanies, except this was made out of scrap yarn, so the back doesn't have any of the stripes. Oh my god, I love this beanie and I'm obsessed with it. It has clouds and a little balloon, and the balloon string loose, and a bird. I don't remember doing that. There's just a plain one with no balloon. A bucket hat similar to that, but it has all kinds of different colored clouds. Strawberry bucket hat, which used to be my most popular item on Etsy. Rainbow bucket hat. Another one. Oh, these ones are the cutest. They have buttons on them. So this one has coffee buttons. Oh, this one also has coffee buttons. I guess I made 2 of these. I don't remember, but... And then this one has donut buttons sewn on. And they have little hearts in the middle. Here's a cute heart one. One probably made out of scrap yarn. This one is pretty colors. Blue and purple. Christmassy one, and one from that same yarn as the teddy bear cardigan. You can tell that I like eventually got better at making bucket hats. Like I just make them bigger and kind of longer, because this one's recent and it's like a pretty good shape, but then when you find one like this is like pretty short, I think. And I made that one a while ago. Okay, I think that's all the hats. I'm gonna actually, I have a pile here, so I'm gonna tag those and then go back. I'm actually like running out of tags, so I decided to leave a lot of the plain ones without tags so that I can just kind of be like, all bucket hats are $10 unless it has a tag, and all beanies are $12 unless it has a tag. Or I'll just put these to the side and prioritize things that are different prices for tags, and then if I have tags left, I will put tags on these. I don't know if I'm gonna do the scarves. I have 2 more things in here that are not, what's this? Oh, another bandana. Practice. I have 2 more things that are not scarves or beanies or anything that I've shown. One is just another baby blanket. This is like pretty small, and it was probably made out of scrap yarn, I think, so. This will probably be like $20. And then this is like, this is a purse actually. So I made it open, but it looks like a plant. So this is what it looks like when it's like hanging, but because it doesn't have stuffing in it like you would put into a fake plant, because I also wanted it to double as a purse, it is kind of like slouchy. So I thought about making something that would go inside of it for when people want to use it as decoration, and then they could take it out when they want to use it as a purse, because like you can see the inside is just like hollow and open. People always like, ever since I made this at craft fairs, people always comment on it and say that it's cute. It's the only one I've ever made, but I haven't sold it yet, and it took a lot of effort. I think I was trying to sell it for like $20 or $25 last year. I'll probably do $20 this year, but like I'll have to like explain to people like it's a purse. Unless you don't want it to be a purse, then we can figure something out. And that's it. I will maybe show the scarves, but maybe not price tag them. Let me get these things price tagged and then I'll come back. I decided to do this purse for $15, and I realized I thought I had other purses too, but I don't see them in here. So I guess I must have sold them last year and didn't remember. And then I still have tags left, but I didn't tag a whole bunch of hats. And then I have a bunch of scarves left. I don't know if I want to even take them out. Well, I guess I want to show them. I don't really make scarves anymore, but I have a lot from when I did. I wonder what yarn this was. I want to make like a sweater out of this. This is so pretty. These yarns are just pretty. Some of them are repeats because they're children's sizes, so I'm not going to take all of those out. But then I have to repackage all of this. Here's a pile of hats that I did tag, and then this is a pile of hats that I didn't tag, but I still have those tags left. And I didn't tag any of the scarves. I think I will end up tagging these with the tags that I have left. All these bucket hats, and then leave the scarves for future me to deal with and tag, or just tell people how much they are, because I really like scarves. Take a lot of yarn. They take more than beanies even, so I think I'll just sell them for $15 flat. Like every scarf is $15, so I don't really need price tags for that, because I can just tell people out or make a sign or anything. That's just gonna be fall and winter me's problem. And then I'll just tag the rest of the bucket hats and beanies for continuity, and then I'll be done. I'll be repackaging all these things. I don't think I'm going to edit this until next week, because maybe I will take my camera to the next craft fair and film the table setup. I do craft fairs with my sister, so she will also have her setup of tie-dye things, and I will just show everything, see how everything lays out and how everything fits. And then after that, the video will be done.